Blessings, everybody. I'm Alma from Alma Wellness,
I'm Jeriwiku from Wow Bali.
and together we're bringing a collaboration on a 21-day mind-body-soul integration for the collective.
This program is a long development program that we've been doing research on how to regenerate the indigenous ways into modern adaptation, modern regeneration. And we're looking at top priorities. What is the core access to the modern mindset and traditions to be able to regenerate and be able to duplicate itself?
Let us begin.
Yeah.
Over these 21 days, we'll not try to fix one another, persuade one another, or convince one another. Instead, we'll practice something more powerful: awareness. Together, we will move gently from polarization into presence, and from presence into integration. This is not simply a program, it's a living practice, one that strengthens the individual, our awareness, and our collective harmony.
Yes, in Bali, we do not have too much modalities of wellness and healing. All of our process are based on celebration and ceremony. We believe that these ceremonial processes are types of awareness that allow us to connect to heart, mind, and spirit. And in doing so, we'll be able to be in alignment with a larger cosmology and a larger universe.
Why this process exists. Many of us can feel the tension that exists in our world and even within our communities. Differences quickly become divisions, conversations become reactions, and what begins as misunderstandings can easily grow into disconnection. This collaboration was created as a space where we pause that cycle. Rather than trying to correct one another, we learn to witness our own responses. And in that witnessing, something beautiful begins to happen. Awareness opens the door for compassion, and compassion allows connection to return.
Yes, this awareness is very important because it comes without judging. It comes beyond the mind. The awareness of sensation, the awareness of emotion, the awareness of your environment. This allows us to transcend the thought process that creates polarization and move us into a heart-mind coherence, which is a form of sensing. Carl Jung speaks of knowledge as being thinking, feeling, intuiting, and sensing. And so in this process of awareness, without judgment, we are allowed to sense. And in this sensing, we can deepen awareness together without it being polarized, without it trying to fix one another.
At the heart of this journey is a very simple practice. This is not a program of ideology. It doesn't ask anyone to adopt a belief or agree with a perspective. Instead, we practice 3 gentle movements of awareness. First, we notice our reactions. Second, we return to presence. And third, we allow integration to naturally emerge. True transformation does not come from instruction alone. It comes from lived experience, from what we discover within ourselves.
Yes, it's a very hard concept, especially for the modern mind, to not operate under instruction. But we believe that in this discipline of just allowing the experience to happen and being aware of that experience, it will naturally unfold your return to presence. And it will naturally allow integration to happen. We look at integration as all these different tools, all these different modalities, all these different techniques which are all external, where if you return to presence and you allow your awareness to sense, then it is a deepening of integration, the integration that's happening right here, right now in front of you, and allowing yourself to see, yes, I want to continue. Yes, I want to proceed forward. And that's the type of integration that we want to share with you. Not more technique, not more instruction, not more modalities that you must remember and process through the mental cognition.
Over the next 21 days, we'll be cultivating 3 awareness habits that help communities remain connected even when perspectives are different. The first is recognizing polarity. Notice when differences begin creating tension within us. The second is returning to presence, remembering that we can always come back to the breath, the body, and the movement we are in. And the third is integration, allowing differences to exist without needing them to push us apart. These are not beliefs, they are awareness skills, tools that strengthen our ability to live and to relate consciously.
Yes, without much cognition, without much mind, and just returning to sensing and awareness of our body, our breath, and our environment. These 3 meta habits are as easy as breathing, as easy as eating, as easy as loving and caring for those that are within your community.
For the space to be meaningful, we hold 3 gentle awareness agreements together. First, curiosity over certainty. Instead of immediate deciding what something means, we pause, we explore, and we're feeling and noticing. Second is presence over performance. No one is here to say the perfect thing or appear wise. Authentic participation is what matters. And third, discover over instruction. The deepest insights come when we allow ourselves to experience rather than simply be told. These agreements create a field where learning can unfold naturally.
Yes, like a child, like an innocent child who is curious more than certain, who is in the present more than some kind of expected outcome. And in this innocent child, where we're having fun, is more naturally to discover the possibility rather than fulfilling some instruction that's been told. And this is something we all need to do. And this is a good time to be able to do that.
Our first week is simply beautiful. We're not trying to change anything. We're simply learning to notice. Through this week's participant observation, when polarization arises, when presence disappears, and how our own bodies and mind respond to those moments. This is the beginning of awareness, because before transformation can happen, we must first see clearly. So the practice of the week is very gentle. Notice first, do not rush to fix.
Yes, it's in noticing patterns. Now, patterns is very interesting. A lot of time you say, where did I get my pattern from? Well, it's easy to say I got it from my family, my friends, my environment, my childhood, my experience. But in the indigenous approach, we say your patterns come from ancestor. They are lineage of cellular transmission passed through our body, through the genes, through the DNA. And these patterns of ancestry allow us to reenact what has been going on for many generations. And so why do we give it to our ancestor? Because these patterning through our ancestor that have been passing down through us, once we recognize our ancestors, then we're able to recognize our patterns. And once we recognize our pattern, then we can also shift our patterns. And that's why the 21-day activation is the basic dynamic to changing those habits, which is noticing those patterns and allowing those patterns to evolve through awareness, not through solution, not through some kind of expected performance, but allowing to recognize. And science speaks about this. Once you put attention to something, an awareness happens, new information arise. That's like when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That is like once you are aware that you need to learn, then the information appears in the form of a teacher or the information of an experience.
The journey is not about being right. It's about discovering how we relate to one another, especially when differences appear. As awareness deepens, presence begins to flow, and when presence grows, something very natural unfolds, the integration. We begin to remember that community is not built through agreement, but through awareness and respect. So this is our invitation to you, to step into the next 21 days with curiosity, openness, and a willingness to explore what becomes possible when we choose presence together. Welcome to the journey.
Yes. An invitation from yourself to your awareness. And the journey is a journey of your own adventures. We're just here to help facilitate that adventure and to support you in your personal invitation to yourself.
Yes, choosing your own medicine.
That's right.
Coming to your heart space, knowing and acknowledging your mind. Your mind is your garden, and we should be planting beautiful flowers, and that will reflect into every relationship that we have, especially with ourselves. So we thank you for this time. Thank you, Grandmaster Teacher.
As the Native American says it, Aho.
Aho matakayasin.
Yes, and from us in Bali, we want to say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. May the peace of mind, body, and spirit flourish within you.
Love and respect.
Love and light.